everybody. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day today, and I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. I'm having a really good day, spending it with my family, but I'm taking a little break up here to spend some time with you guys because I love you guys, and then I'm going to rejoin my family. So I have been tagged by Frecky Fit Wolf, Robbie. Please go check him out. First of all, I want to say thanks, Robbie, for tagging me in this tag. I've been looking forward to this. Robbie's channel is one of my favorites, you guys, and I really highly recommend him. If you're on a weight loss journey, he has a lot of great tips. He shares very openly about his ups and his downs, and I learn a lot from that. He's very motivating to me and very encouraging, and it's just a really great place of community on his channel. And he also has a Facebook group too, which I also love. So please go check him out and tell him I said hello. All right, so let's get started. This is a weight loss advice tag. I am not a guru. I am not a professional athlete or, you know, a dietitian or registered anything, but I am 53 years old, and I started my weight loss journey about 30 years ago. And I have been at my goal weight many, many times, but life happens sometimes, as it's happening right now with all of us during these troubled times, and there's a lot of stress going on, and sometimes when that happens, you get distracted, and with all the moves and things like that over our lives, sometimes I've been distracted for months and maybe a year or two, and then by the time I come out of my funk, I realize I can't, you know, I'm not wearing stretchy pants, and I put on the regular pants and I go, okay, how long have I been distracted? It's time to get back on the weight loss train, right? And sometimes that happens. So there's some things that over the years, the ups and the downs and the mistakes and the different plans I've been on and everything that I think I've picked up that have helped me along the way. And if those tips can help you, then that's awesome. So let's get started. Number one is, what method or plan did you or are you using to achieve your goals? All right, I am using the purple plan on Weight Watchers, and I have to say, absolutely love it. Not just because I like the color purple. As you can see, I was painting my office lilac yesterday. Purple Plan has so many free foods that I feel give me so much freedom. I don't like to have to track every little thing in my tracker, and so I don't track my free foods. But and I don't overeat on them. I get very satiated in a good serving, so I'm okay with that. But anyway, it's one of the big reasons why I love the purple plan. And I just feel like it's very flexible for me. Number two main tips you would give someone starting their weight loss journey. But number one, find healthy things to eat that you like. And I have to stress that you like and that like you. I don't want to eat where I prep 5 days, 5 lunches and 5 dinners of nothing but plain chicken breasts, steamed broccoli, and a half a cup of plain brown rice. Now, for some people who are getting ready for like a bikini prep show, that might be great, right? But that's not where I want to live, and it's not for me. It's not sustainable for me. It makes me sad. It doesn't make me look forward to eating again the next day, and I'm a really big foodie, so that is like probably one of my nightmares, right? So I can't do that. Yes, those foods would love me back, but I don't like them. I need to be able to live there. So I choose now things that I like. I like casseroles. I like soups. I love all kinds of foods. I love gravies. I love sauces. I love all kinds of colorful different foods from every land on earth that you can think of. So I need to find a healthy way to do all of those things that I like, and choose the ones that are going to like me. And then number two, the second part of that is to choose activities and physical activities that you love and that are going to love you back as well. So that means, you know, I have a bad knee and like 2 broken toes right now. So I love walking. I love doing Pilates. I love lounging in the pool, but I don't love swimming, so to speak. I don't love marathon running, although I have run marathons. I'm not a marathon runner like other people are, I think.
My husband loves to do insanity workouts. I hate them. I tried them before. I didn't look forward to living the next day when I did them. And it was the soreness. It was crazy. I've never been so sore in my life. It was horrific. And so that's how I felt about it. That's not how he feels about it. He loves it. I love Pilates. I love moderate workouts, right? I'll push it once in a while, but more than likely, I don't want to hurt myself. I just want to stay toned. I do love weightlifting, but I do moderate weights now. I don't do real heavy ones like I've done in the past. So I'm finding things that I like that are going to love me back.
Number 3, what is your why? Being able to be here for my family. Again, I'm 53. I'm getting older. I really need to take care of myself because I've started noticing some things, you know what I mean, needing attention. Things don't stay the same forever, guys. Doesn't matter how healthy you are. It just doesn't stay the same. Things wear out. Our bodies do wear out. And we do have to sometimes adjust how we're taking care of them. And what I want to do is I want to be able to have the quality of life with my family that they want to have. I want to be able to go to amusement parks with them still and be able to get on rides with them and run amok all day and have a great time and not have to find a bench for mom to spend half the day on and then check on her half the way through. I don't want that to be my life. I want to be with my family. And I want to be able to put more money into retirement savings and less money into pharmaceuticals and in doctor visits, right? So quality of life is huge for me, as it is for so many people. Number 4, what do you do when the scale doesn't show you what you expected it to? Oh man, you know, I've gone up and down on this, no pun intended, in the past many times, but you know what, I feel like I've really come to the realization of don't get stuck emotionally and emotionally tied to that scale. Don't give him that power. And I think, you know, an answer for me is to just look at it professionally. If you went to a dietitian or a doctor and they said, get up on the scale, and let's just say they thought it wasn't at a good BMI for you, that you were too heavy, they wouldn't sit you down and say, let's talk about your past and who hurt you. They wouldn't do that. They would say, okay, bring me your data, your food journal. Let's look at a plan and let's do, you know, let's follow the steps that you need to get you to your goal. They would not get all bent up on that number. They would just say, let's look at the data and let's formulate a plan and let's discipline ourselves enough to do it, right? And so that's what I have to do. I mean, there are times where we've had a pizza and cake in a week, and then it's like it shows up on the scale. And then instead of saying, no, we were there, we saw the whole thing, we were like the first witness. It's like, unfortunately, we're the ones who are able to say, you know, I saw what you did last summer, but you still have to go beyond that and just go, okay, I had the pizza and the cake, and maybe those things, that part of the data, those data numbers added up to this. So what can I do differently next time where I could still enjoy myself at that birthday party, maybe have a little pizza, maybe have less cake, maybe no cake, and then maybe this wouldn't be my outcome, right? It's in our control to change it. Be professional about it. Number 5, have you fallen off plan? Yes, many times, because life happens and life is hard. So number 6, what did you do to get back on track? Okay, since life is hard, sometimes so is the medicine. It kind of comes in 4 different things, and that is focus, discipline, planning, and progress, right? And those 4 things, it starts with focus, though, and getting your mind in gear of where you want to go and what that vision is. What has been the hardest point of losing weight and getting healthy? Again, focus, discipline, planning, so I could see the progress. There's no easy answer. There are no easy answers. But that doesn't mean that it can't be fun along the way. That doesn't mean that focusing can't be fun. I mean, I love reading cookbooks. So what I do now is I read healthy cookbooks and I get tons of ideas from those. And that to me is really fun. And then I get to try them out. I get to make that stuff and prep it for the week in my planning, right? I get to discipline myself by having those things and making these choices and making these steps become habits, right? And eventually I get to see that progress. It's all part of it. It can be fun too. That's why it's important to choose foods that you like, that are going to love you. Number 8, how did you overcome, the hardest part of getting healthy and losing weight? And I would have to say, all caps, vision. Basically, I have heard from a lot of professional athletes and health experts the same thing. They'll say you cannot find real success unless you first find a real vision for where you want to go. Because if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. Right? Vision is so important because it gives you a destination, right? And it kind of like is the person that comes beside you carrying the flag when you feel like you're down. That vision, you just have to remember that again, and that'll help to spur you on. I know this is going to sound cliche, but when I say fake it till you make it, that's basically what we have to do. Go through the motions until your physical catches up to your mental plan and your mental vision. You just have to do it. Again, focus, discipline, plan, and progress, right? Number 9, 2 tips you've learned that you can share. Number 1, imagine your vision. Vision is huge. Talk about it. Make your vision board. Create it into reality. Everything that you do, you have to identify with it and say, I am this. Identify with it. Even if you don't feel you deserve it, even if you don't feel that you're there, do it anyway. It will spur you on. You will get there. Number 2, the second part of that is plan and practice, right? Go through the steps to create your vision and aim for mastering one thing at a time. Just one thing. I'm part of learning how to build a garden, which I'm doing right now. Again, I do it every year. Is I learn something different every year about what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and it helps me to build, that foundation. And I just keep on going. I master one thing at a time. One day I'm going to be a really good gardener if I keep doing it this way. So the practice of imagining your vision and bringing that to fruition and planning and practicing it, right? This is going to be the building blocks. These are the building blocks to get to your goal, right? Number 10, any regrets about how you've lost weight? I thought about this. No, not really, because even though I've gone through extremes, right? I've made all of these failures. I've also learned so much. I've basically been my own science project. Also, getting older, my body doesn't respond the same way to what I used to do, so I sometimes have to change things. And I don't know. I would have to say, if I had one regret, it would have been to be able to know and implement the things that I've learned sooner. I couldn't have learned everything I've learned to this point without stumbling and finding out the hard way. So I don't really have regrets because all of those stumbling blocks really helped me to learn where I need to go, right? And what didn't work. Number 11, how has your life improved since you started your journey? And I would have to say, I feel so much more in control of where I'm going to go from here. Growing up, I felt like I was destined to end up like my relatives. I have a lot of ancestors that had ailments and that passed away with a lot of physical struggles that I just felt like when I got older, I figured everybody died of cirrhosis of the liver, they had diabetes, they had heart disease, and this was where I was going to be. And it doesn't have to be that way. We have it in our power to change that. Every day I feel like it's a chance to make a better choice and a chance to take another step toward my vision and my goals. And I have to celebrate that. I celebrate that every morning and every meal that I have that I'm so grateful for. So anyway, those are my tips. I hope that you can glean something out of that. I love you guys a lot. Thanks for listening, and I wish you all the best on your journeys. I'll see you next time. Bye.